Hello everyone, you may have seen a couple days ago the PPSSPP Extreme demonstration video where I did a little bit of a good measure of heaping helping of amplitude thrown in, and we tried to get Rock Band Unplugged working better, and we did, we succeeded, but right now we're going to try to work on another game. Let's go to the PSP folder here, and many people have been asking about, particularly Sonic Rivals 1 2, probably because of the Jim Carrey actioner which came out a few months ago. I mean, fun movie. They did a redesign of the character because people were complaining. I mean, in my own personal opinion, the original design looked a lot like the Crag Fox from Mighty Boosh. I mean, look up Crag Fox, Mighty Boosh, you'll see what I mean. But we're going to get in game here and show you pretty much what we run into obstacle-wise anytime we attempt to run this game. It slows down to a crawl at roughly 2 frames per second. This much what happens once I get this part right here. But we're going to throw in some more amplitude for good measure on this game too today. And like I said, this is running god-awful. We can't even get in game. We'll be lucky to even do 5 seconds of gameplay in the 10 minutes it takes to do a video. So we're going to go back into RetroArch settings since this is absolutely unplayable. RetroArch settings. And it takes a second to get into RetroArch settings because it's a little bit slower because of the game slowing down. Low content stuff, dummy. And we're going to do the amplitude right now with the PSP folder. Sonic Rivals again, and we're going to load it with PPSSPP Extreme Amped Edition. And let's see how this runs now. Hopefully we're going to be able to do a little bit better and not be stuck in servitude with 2 frames per second endlessly. It'll be like a personal hell as Lucifer would give you. I mean, if you end up in hell sometime in the future, you might end up playing PSP Sonic Rivals at 2 frames per second for all of eternity, which would not be very fun. Speaking of time travel movies, check out Palm Springs. Fun movie. Right now, since it's October, I mean, some people like to watch holiday movies at the time of the year, like for Thanksgiving you watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, Christmas Story at Christmas, then Trick or Treat for Halloween. I like watching horror movies all year round. Now I'm back to watching the great show called Masters of Horror, Season 1 and 2. Awesome stuff there. And like I said, if you've played the open board version of Jennifer, there's an actual episode called Jennifer in Masters of Horror. Whoa, what the hell? It's running so awesome now. But there's an episode Masters of Horror called Jennifer, and it is pretty much what the open board thing is based on. And Black Sunshine actually told me that there's actually a comic magazine way back in 1970s, roughly 1974, or 77 or so, that does a little comic strip that is the basis of Jennifer. It was called Creepy. It's not like Tales from the Crypt, etc., but not as well known. So Creepy might be an interesting magazine for me to look into, because I love that stuff, any kind of horror anthology stuff. And going back to horror anthologies, I grew up on stuff like Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, of course, Even Ray Bradbury's Theater, and farther on to Twilight Zone 80s, and of course Night Gallery, which was Twilight Zone 70s. Then there's so many different shows. I even watched the HBO Hitchhiker show. That was such a freaking awesome show. And of course the more current Black Mirror, Inside Number 9. I mean, I love all these shows. Love, Death, and Robots on Netflix is another fun one to check out. I mean, let me know what horror anthology shows you like. Even going back farther to Alfred Hitchcock Presents, which was on TV Land. I mean, that was a fun one too. And they had some very interesting episodes of that. But yes, we're running Sonic Rivals, blazing glory here with a good measure of amplitude thrown in. And I'm trying to get this working as well as I can for, of course, the Mega Drive, SNES, NES Classics as well. And so far I've succeeded in getting Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins to be in a playable state. But I'm still working on getting Sonic Rivals to be less of a chunk affair. I mean, I'd love to be able to play it all the way through. Oh, am I going to make this? Oh, there we go. Almost missed that jump. Come on, Sonic and Knuckles. We can do this. And I always love Sonic and Knuckles as my favorite Sonic game. I mean, I just absolutely love the state. Oh, what the hell is going on there? Stop bouncing off me, dude. There we go. We got stuck against each other, but for the win here, let's go hit this boost again. I don't think I've ever seen that happen where I actually got stuck against my protagonist that I'm racing against. Oh, Sonic. You're feeling as bad as your redesign. Do that little boost. I think I'm going to lose here because I got stuck against Knuckles. Oh, jeez. But it was still a fun demonstration nonetheless. We'll do a little bit of Sonic Rivals 2 to boot. And maybe I'll show you a little bit of how Sonic, should we say, Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins runs. I have no chance of catching up to him now because I got stuck on him. I mean, I was doing so good up to that point. I loses. Okay, let's go to low content Star Trek Dummy. And we'll go to Sonic Rivals 2. And then we'll go over to the Mega Drive Mini, which is the worst of the mini classics as far as performance and speed. with pretty much SNES and NES just topping out just by a little bit. But if you do overclock and you're able to do it, they're pretty much equal. We're going to go with Sonic Rivals 2 right now, and we'll see if we can try another game. But Sonic Rivals 2, PPSSPP Xtreme Amped again, and they have some incredible music in there. It almost sounds like anime style, like Pokemon themed stuff, and really, really cool. But let's hope this game runs well too. It's going to be my first test of this with the amplitude thrown in hard-coded wise. So let's check it out and see how this works. We gonna hear this awesome song here? Let's see. Come on now. Wow, it's actually working. Hell yeah. Okay. Okay, so we just gotta do the Mega Drive Mini and do some Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins test next. This is way, way better. And guess what? The brightness bug is gone. Hell yeah. So everything's resolved now. Oh, I haven't seen that before. That's cool. It gave me like distorted vision here. That's entirely like a power-up like in Mario Kart and such, where you're affected by like the Koopa shells, etc. That was not a glitch in the game. That was literally just to keep me from being able to see what I'm doing on the screen by my opponent that I'm racing against. That was cool as hell, though. I definitely didn't see that in my last demonstration of this, and the brightness factor was just absolutely great and to the soul to see. So I'm going to crank this volume up just a little bit here. Here's some of this awesome music. That is truly kick-ass. I'm very, very ecstatic right now. So there you go, guys and gals. You got your wish. Sonic Rivals 1 and 2 for the win. PlayStation Classic mode activate. PPSSPP Xtreme Amplitude. Throw it in for good measure. And then you'll have Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins as a mainstay on the Mega Drive SNES and NES Classics as well. Let me know what other games you'd like to see, though, because I'm going to try to get all the games I can work in. Like I said, this one was an abysmal challenge. And also, for the record, Rock Band Unplugged is going to be working better on all the minis, too. So the gimmick you saw me do in the other video, it'll work even better now with this. And there is a caveat to this, like in the amped version of the PCSX core HD one. The caveat in this is that some games will be absolutely unstable. So if you try loading a game like God of War with this, it will absolutely have a chance to crash in, and you're probably going to have issues with the videos and such. So stick to the games like Sonic Rivals 1 and 2 for now. I mean, just play like God of War on, of course, the PPSSP Extreme core. But again, we're going to test out many of these if we can. Now we're going to do Ghosts N Goblins, should we say, on the Mega Drive for the last portion of the video. Okay, we're on the Mega Drive Mini right now, and I'm going to load up just any random game on the main menu so I can get into the retro menu. I did a from scratch install just so I could pretty much get the gist of the PPSSP Extreme Amplitude thrown in for good measure here. So we're going to go low content, start directory, media, which is my flash or hard drive, dummy. We're going to go to the PSP folder. And we're going to check out Before and After Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins. An awesome game here. We'll load the game with the PPSSPP Extreme core right now. Let's show you how the game typically ran. And it pretty much runs like Sonic Rivals did with the previous incarnation that I showed on the PlayStation Classic a couple minutes ago. But we're going to get into the choke point in this game as well. Start the game, then I'm going to reload it. And it's going to be freaking awesome with, of course, the updated thing. So let's check this out for a moment here. We can do this. Okay. And then as soon as I start the game, it seems like it's going to be running fine and dandy, but it's going to be the absolute opposite. Just watch this crazy unbearable choke point. Okay. Now, right here, it seems like it's fine. Everything's running fine, but watch what happens when I go to the right. Look at that. That is absolutely unplayable. But we're going to fix that right now and do a little bit of amplitude thrown in for good measure. Back in retro settings, low content, start directory, media, dummy, PSP folder again, and Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins again. And we'll load it with the PPSSPP Extreme Amp core. And contrary to popular belief, I would not consider this the hardest game in the series. I mean, even the first Ghosts N Goblins is probably more thoroughly difficult than this one. I mean, people who've reviewed this have said it's a difficult game, but I don't think they actually give it a chance to get through the game enough to get some of the power-ups. Like, spoiler alert, you get a double jump in the first stage alone, which makes the game far easier. It's on par with, like, Super Ghosts N Goblins for Super Nintendo, which is also not overly difficult. I mean, you give these games a chance and learn the games. I mean, a little bit of trial and error. Learn the weapons to use. Like in Super Ghosts N Goblins, I like to use the crossbow. In this game, I like to use the homing missile. I mean, I like to start the game a few times over until I get my nifty weapon and just make sure I don't have that javelin, because getting to the game with the javelin is pretty damn hard. What I really love about this game is the fact that you actually get power-ups like in Ghosts N Goblins, like this. Check this out. When I get to a couple enemies there, watch this. I'll get to one of the little mini bosses here, and I'll use my power-up on it. Let's try to get to it here. But there's always room for improvement, but right now I'm very ecstatic that this game is actually run without slowing down to a freeze or crash and brawl. Because if I want to do freezing and crashing, etc., I want to play a game like Burnout, not a game like Ultimate Ghosts N Goblins, which should have a nice adeptness level for performance and speed. So let's get to this part right here and use my charge blast, like in Ghosts N Goblins. Right there, look at that. This is awesome. Maybe do it another time. That's how you take the boss out quicker. Oh yeah, let's take this guy down. Oh yeah, look how quick I took him down and used my charge blast. We get our suit of costume there, and this is run so much better than ever before. Awesome.